Hey, what's going on, guys? Small here, and just gonna do a quick thoughts video on Steelrising. I completed this game today. Took me almost a month to beat it because I only played a couple times a week, and the first few days that I played it, I was only playing like 3-4 hours at a time. That is very loud. Let me lower that down to probably about there. Yeah. Quick thoughts on it is this game was decent. It was a decent game. If you like Souls games and you don't mind some jank, such as like if you like the Surge, or if you're able to, you played Lords of the Fallen and you're like, all right, this game's not bad, you're gonna like this game. However, if you actually also liked the other game that these guys did previously called Greedfall, while a very different style of an RPG, I think you'd like this game also. The combat, if I'm being honest, as someone who's played many Souls and Souls-like games, combat in this game is very, very easy. If I'm being honest, I've died obviously a handful of times, but overall, the game was pretty easy. Yeah. Let's go a little bit deeper. So the combat is very Souls-like. You have dodge mechanic. You have big telegraphed enemy attacks, and sometimes they're gonna trick you with stuff. Enemies are like that. You have a typical stat page, gear, items, consumables, things like that. You have essentially an Estus flask, sorta. It's potions, but it recharges every time you go to your bonfire or your Vestal in this game. Music I thought was actually very good. I like the music. I like the aesthetic. But yeah, those are all the good things. And as I'm saying, I still say this game is good. If I have to rate this game, I'd give it probably a 7.5, maybe even an 8, but probably a 7.5 out of 10. Which for me, I still play those games. This isn't a AAA title by a AAA studio. This is a AA title. They're not, I wouldn't call them an indie studio, but nothing they've ever developed has ever been like rivaling. Like obviously Elden Ring came out this year, God of War is coming out, it's nothing like that. Game was decent, but there are some things that I still want to talk about that I wish they would have fixed. The camera. Okay. The camera in this game is very jank. Like, camera in all Souls-likes is very finicky. But in here, it's very... There's no way to turn off auto-snapping from... Let's just say you're running and you want to, like, turn the camera sideways a little bit so you want to see what's around. You reach an area and it'll just automatically refocus. You can't undo that or turn that off. That's just... It'll always constantly do that. And a lot of times when I'm trying to target an enemy right in front of me, it's targeting an enemy nowhere near me, but it's still aggroed on me. And I have issues with a lot of targeting. Another thing that started to bother me, it didn't bother me in the beginning, but it started to bother me towards the later half of the game, was that there was very little to no reward for exploration other than lore. You would get essentially like lost souls or like an item that would just give you souls. That's about it. Or in the case of this game, it's anima. For like secrets, secret passageways, and going down these unique passageways that, more than just taking a left and boom, there it is. You have to like go through intricate jump patterns and all this kind of stuff, and it's just still... My reward is something I'll never use, or it's practically pointless. That was a little bothersome. It doesn't bother me that the story was lackluster. Who really cares? Obviously, if it was good, that would be a good thing. But the fact that it wasn't good doesn't matter to me. It was more of the camera and going out of my way to explore. I was not really rewarded, I think, was two of the major points for me. I did start noticing some low FPS and some framing issues today, my last stream of the game, but otherwise I didn't really notice it too much, other than I will say that even with a pretty good computer, I was still getting barely over 60 FPS on, not even on max settings. That's a little concerning, but it didn't hinder my experience. So there's that. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to what Spiders is going to do next. I certainly am not looking forward to, like, say, a sequel or a DLCs for this game, but as a new game by these guys, I'm definitely going to play it. I love the aesthetic. I love the music. I thought the combat was actually very good. There's a lot of different weapons. There's 3 elemental types. There's also stun element. There's impact type deal, so you can kind of like stagger enemies. There's a lot of modifiers when it comes to your stats as well, so I thought that was really cool. And yeah, again, it was a decent game. I don't know how long it took me, maybe about a little over 20 hours. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out a quick thoughts video. Hit that like button if you want to see more like videos. I'm going to try to do more in the future. Please leave comments below how I can improve, what you would like me to focus on topics on the games that I'm playing. Otherwise, I'm just kind of like going down a generic list of what I should, you know, what makes a game. Anyways, guys, see you next time.